On the 15th of May, in the jungle of Newell, in the heat of the day, in the cool of the pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great joys, when Horton the elephant heard a small noise. So Horton stopped splashing. He looked toward the sound. "That's funny," thought Horton. "There's no one around." Then he heard it again, just a very faint yelp, as if some tiny person were calling for help. "I'll help you," said Horton. "But who are you? Where?" He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there but a small speck of dust blowing past through the air. "I say," murmured Horton, "I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that is able to yell. So you know what I think? Why, I think that there must be someone on top of that small speck of dust. Some sort of a creature of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant's eyes. Some poor little person who's shaking with fear that he'll blow in the pool. He has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him because, after all, a person's a person, no matter how small." So, gently and using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great trunk through the air, and he lifted the dust speck and carried it over and placed it down safe on a very soft clover. "Humph!" humphed a voice. 'Twas a sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroo in her pouch said, "Humph!" too. "Why, that speck is as small as the head of a pin. A person on that? Why, there never has been." "Believe me," said Horton, "I tell you sincerely, my ears are quite keen, and I heard him quite clearly. I know there's a person down there, and what's more, quite likely there's two, even three, even four. Quite likely a family, for all that we know. A family with children just starting to grow. So please," Horton said, "as a favor to me, try not to disturb them. Just please let them be." "I think you're a fool," laughed the sour kangaroo. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, "Me too. You're the biggest blame fool in the jungle of Newell." And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool. "Oh, what terrible splashing!" The elephant frowned. "I can't let my very small persons get drowned. I've got to protect them. I'm bigger than they." So he plucked up the clover and hustled away. Through the high jungle treetops, the news quickly spread. "He talks to a dust speck. He's out of his head. Just look at him walk with that speck on that flower." And Horton walked, worrying, almost an hour. "Should I put this speck down?" Horton thought with alarm. "If I do, these small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't. After all, a person's a person, no matter how small." Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint he could just barely hear it. "Speak up, please," said Horton. He put his ear near it. "My friend," came the voice, "you're a very fine friend. You've helped all us folks on this dust speck no end. You've saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You've saved all our churches and grocery stores." "You mean," Horton gasped, "you have buildings there too?" "Oh, yes," piped the voice, "we most certainly do." "I know," called the voice, "I'm too small to be seen, but I'm mayor of a town that is friendly and clean. Our buildings to you would seem terribly small, but to us who aren't big, they're wonderfully tall. My town is called Whoville, for I am a Who, and we Whos are all thankful and grateful to you." And Horton called back to the mayor of the town, "You're safe now. Don't worry. I won't let you down." But just as he spoke to the mayor of the speck, 3 big jungle monkeys climbed up Horton's neck. The Wickersham brothers came shouting, "What rot! This elephant's talking to who's who are not! There aren't any who's, and they don't have a mayor. And we're going to stop all this nonsense, so there!" They snatched Horton's clover. They carried it off to a black-bottomed eagle named Vladikoff, a mighty strong eagle of very swift wing. And they said, "Will you kindly get rid of this thing?" And before the poor elephant even could speak, that eagle flew off with the flower in his beak. All that late afternoon and far into the night, that black-bottomed bird flapped his wings in fast flight, while Horton chased after, with groans, over stones that tattered his toenails and battered his bones, and begged, "Please don't harm all my little folks who have as much right to live as us bigger folks do." But far, far beyond him, that eagle kept flapping, and over his shoulder called back, "Quit your yapping! I'll fly the night through. I'm a bird. I don't mind it. And I'll hide this tomorrow where you'll never find it." And at 6:56 the next morning he did it. It sure was a terrible place that he hid it. He let that small clover drop somewhere inside of a great patch of clovers, 100 miles wide. "Find that," sneered the bird, "but I think you will fail." And he left with a flip of his black-bottomed tail. "I'll find it!" cried Horton. "I'll find it or bust! I shall find my friends on my small speck of dust." And clover by clover by clover, with care, he picked up and searched them and called, "Are you there?" But clover by clover by clover he found that the one that he sought for was just not around. And by noon, poor old Horton, more dead than alive, had picked, searched, and piled up 9,005. Then on through the afternoon, hour after hour, till he found them at last on the 3,000,000th flower. "My friends," cried the elephant, "tell me, do tell, are you safe? Are you sound? Are you whole? Are you well?" From down on the speck came the voice of the mayor. "We've really had trouble, much more than our share. When that black-bottomed birdie let go and we dropped, we landed so hard that our clocks have all stopped. Our teapots are broken, our rocking chairs smashed, and our bicycle tires all blew up when we crashed. So, Horton, please," pleaded that voice of the mayor's, "will you stick by us who's while we're making repairs?" "Of course," Horton answered. "Of course I will stick. I'll stick by you small folks through thin and through thick." "Humph," humphed a voice. "For almost 2 days you've run wild and insisted on chatting with persons who've never existed. Such carryings on in our peaceable jungle. We've had quite enough of your bellowing bungle, and I'm here to state," snapped the big kangaroo, "that your silly, nonsensical game is all through." And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, "Me too." With the help of the Wickersham brothers and dozens of Wickersham uncles and Wickersham cousins and Wickersham in-laws whose help I've engaged, you're going to be roped and you're going to be caged. And as for your dust speck, that we shall boil in a hot, steaming kettle of bezelnut oil." "Boil it?" gasped Horton. "Oh, that you can't do. It's all full of persons. They'll prove it to you." "Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor," Horton called, "Mr. Mayor, you've got to prove now that you really are there. So call a big meeting, get everyone out, make every who holler, make every who shout, make every who scream. If you don't, every who is going to end up in a bezelnut stew." And down on the dustback, the scared little mayor quick called a big meeting in Whoville Town Square, and his people cried loudly. They cried out in fear, "We are here! We are here! We are here! We are here!" The elephant smiled.
"That was clear as a bell. You kangaroo surely heard that very well."
"All I heard," snapped the big kangaroo, "was the breeze and the faint sound of wind through the far distant trees. I heard no small voices, and you didn't either." And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, "Me neither." "Grab him," they shouted, "and cage the big dope. Lasso his stomach with 10 miles of rope. Tie the nuts tight so he'll never shake loose. Then dunk that dumb speck in the hazelnut juice."
Horton fought back with great vigor and vim, but the Wickersham gang was too many for him. They beat him, they mauled him, they started to haul him into his cage, but he managed to call to the mayor, "Don't give up, I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small. And you very small persons will not have to die if you make yourselves heard. So come on now and try."
The mayor grabbed a tom-tom. He started to smack it, and all over Whoville they whooped up a racket. They rattled tin kettles, they beat on brass pans, on garbage pail tops and old cranberry cans. They blew on bazookas and blasted great toots, on clarinets, oompas and boompas and flutes. Great gusts of loud racket rang high through the air. They rattled and shook the whole sky, and the mayor called up through the howling mad hullabaloo, "Hey, Horton, how's this? Is our sound coming through?" And Horton called back,
"I can hear you just fine, but the kangaroo's ears aren't as strong quite as mine. They don't hear a thing. Are you sure all your boys are doing their best? Are they all making noise? Are you sure every who down in Whoville is working? Quick, look through your town. Is there anyone shirking?"
Through the town rushed the mayor from the east to the west, but everyone seemed to be doing his best. Everyone seemed to be yapping or yipping. Everyone seemed to be beeping or bipping. But it wasn't enough, all this ruckus and roar. He had to find someone to help him make more. He raced through each building. He searched floor to floor. And just as he felt he was getting nowhere and almost about to give up in despair, he suddenly burst through a door, and that mayor discovered one shirker quite hidden away in the Fairfax Apartments, apartment 12J. A very small shirker named Jojo was standing, just standing, and bouncing a yo-yo, not making a sound, not a yip, not a chirp. And the mayor rushed inside and he grabbed the young twerp. And he climbed with the lad up the Eiffelberg Tower. "This," cried the mayor, "is your town's darkest hour. The time for all who have blood that is red to come to the aid of their country," he said. "We've got to make noises in greater amounts, so open your mouth, lad, for every voice counts." Thus he spoke as he climbed. When they got to the top, the lad cleared his throat and he shouted out, "Yop!" And that yop, that one small extra yop, put it over. Finally, at last, from that speck on that clover, their voices were heard. They rang out clear and clean, and the elephant smiled.
"Do you see what I mean? They've proved they are persons, no matter how small, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all."
"How true! Yes, how true!" said the big kangaroo.
"And from now on, you know what I'm planning to do? From now on, I'm going to protect them with you."
And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, "Me too!
From sun in the summer, from rain when it's fallish, I'm going to protect them, no matter how smallish.
This was no time for play. This was no time for fun. This was no time for games. There was work to be done. All that deep, deep, deep snow. All that snow had to go. When our mother went down to the town for the day, she said, "Somebody has to clean all this away. Somebody has to. You see?" Then she picked out two somebodies, Sally and me. Well, there we were. We were working like that. And then who should come up but the cat in the hat? "Uh-oh," Sally said. "Don't you talk to that cat. That cat is a bad one. That cat in the hat. He plays lots of bad tricks. Don't you let him come near. You know what he did the last time he was here." "Play tricks?" laughed the cat. "Oh, my, no. I just want to go in to get out of the snow. Keep your mind on your work. You just stay there, you two. I will go in the house and find something to do." Then that cat went right in. He was up to no good, so I ran in after as fast as I could. Do you know where I found him? You know where he was? He was eating a cake in the tub. Yes, he was. The hot water was on, and the cold water too. And I said to the cat, "Oh, what a bad thing to do." "Oh, but I like to eat cake in a tub," laughed the cat. "You should try it sometime," laughed the cat as he sat. And then I got mad. This was no time for fun. I said, "Cat, you get out. There is work to be done. I have no time for tricks. I must go back and dig. I can't have you in here eating cake like a pig. You get out of this house. We don't want you about." Then I shut off the water and let it run out. The water ran out, and then I saw the ring. A ring in the tub. And oh boy, what a thing. A big, long, pink cat ring. It looked like pink ink. And I said, "Will this ever come off?" "I don't think." "Have no fear of that ring," laughed the cat in the hat. "Why, I can take cat rings off tubs just like that." Do you know how he did it? With Mother's white dress. Now the tub was all clean, but her dress was a mess. Then Sally looked in. Sally saw the dress too, and Sally and I did not know what to do. We should work in the snow, but that dress, oh, what a spot. "It may never come off," Sally said. "It may not." But the cat laughed. "Ho, I can make the spot go. The way I take spots off a dress is just so." "See here," laughed the cat. "It's not hard at all. The thing that takes spots off a dress is a wall." Then we saw the cat wipe the spot off the dress. Now the dress was all clean. But the wall, what a mess! "Oh, wall spots," he laughed. "Let me tell you some news. To take spots off a wall, all I need is 2 shoes." Whose shoes did he use? I looked and saw whose, and I said to the cat, "This is very bad news. Now the spot is all over Dad's $10 shoes." "But your dad will not know about that," said the cat. "He will never find out," laughed the cat in the hat. "His $10 shoes will have no spots at all. I will rub them right off on this rug in the hall." "But now we have rug spots," I yelled. "What a day! Rug spots, what's next? Can you take them away?" "Don't ask me," he laughed. "Why, you know that I can." Then he picked up the rug, and away the cat ran. "I can clean up these rug spots before you count 3. No spots are too hard for a hat cat like me." He ran into Dad's bedroom, and then the cat said, "It is good that your dad has the right kind of bed." Then he shook the rug, crack! Now the bed had the spot, and all I could say was, "Now what, cat? Now what?" But the cat just stood still. He just looked at the bed. "This is not the right kind of a bed," the cat said. "To take spots off this bed will be hard," said the cat. "I can't do it alone," said the cat in the hat. "It is good I have someone to help me," he said, "right here in my hat, on the top of my head. It is good that I have him here with me today. He helps me a lot. This is Little Cat A." And then Little Cat A took the hat off his head. "It is good I have someone to help me," he said. "This is Little Cat B, and I keep him about. And when I need help, then I let him come out." And then B said,
"I think we need Little Cat C. That spot is too much for the A cat and me. But now have no fear. We will clean it away. The three of us, Little Cats B, C, and A."
"Come on, take it away," yelled Little Cat A. "I will hit that old spot with this broom, do you see? It comes off the old bed. It goes on the TV." And then Little Cat B cleaned up the TV. He cleaned it with milk, put the spot in a pan, and then C blew it out of the house with a fan. "But look where it went," I said. "Look where it blew. You blew the mess out of the house. That is true. But now you made snow spots. You can't let them stay." "Let us think about that now," said C, B, and A.
"With some help we can do it,"
said Little Cat C. Then pop! On his head we saw Little Cat D. Then pop, pop, pop! Little Cats E, F, and G.
"We will clean up that snow. If it takes us all day, if it takes us all night, we will clean it away,"
said Little Cats G, F, E, D, C, B, A. They ran out of the house then, and we ran out too. And the big cat laughed. "Now you will see something new. My cats are all clever." But this did not look very clever to me. That just could not be. "All this does is make more spots," we yelled at the cat. "Your cats are no good. Put them back in your hat. Take your Little Cats G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Put them back in your hat, and you take them away." "Oh, no," said the cat. "All they need is more help. Help is all that they need, so keep still and don't yelp." Then Little Cat G took the hat off his head.
"I have Little Cat H here to help us," he said. "Little Cats H, I, J, K, L, and M. But our work is so hard. We must have more than them. We need Little Cat N. We need O. We need P. We need Little Cats Q, R, S, T, U, and V. Come on, get those spots. Get the mess,"
yelled the cats. And they jumped at the snow with long rakes and red bats. They put it in pails, and they made high pink hills. Pink snowman, pink snowballs, and little pink pills. Oh, the things that they did. And they did them so hard. It was all one big spot now, all over the yard. But the big cat stood there, and he said, "This is good. This is what they should do, and I knew that they would. With a little more help, all the work will be done. They need one more cat, and I know just the one. Look close. In my hand, I have Little Cat V. On his head are cats W, X, Y, and Z. Z is too small to see, so don't try. You cannot. But Z is the cat who will clean up that spot." "Now here is the Z you can't see," said the cat. "And I bet you can't guess what he has in his hat. He has something called Voom. Voom is so hard to get. You never saw anything like it, I bet. Why, Voom cleans up anything, clean as can be." Then he yelled, "Take off your hat now, Little Cat Z. Take the Voom off your head. Make it clean up the snow. Hurry, you little cat. 1, 2, 3, go." Then the Voom... It went voom! And oh boy, what a voom! Now, don't ask me what voom is. I never will know. But boy, let me tell you, it does clean up snow.
So you see, laughed the cat, now your snow is all white, now your work is all done, now your house is all right. And you know where my little cats are? Said the cat. That voom blew my little cat's back in my hat. And so, if you ever have spots now and then, I will be very happy to come here again. With little cats A, B, C, D, E, F, G. HIJKLMN and OP and QRST and cat U and cat V and little cats W, X, Y, and Z.
I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam I am. That Sam I am. That Sam I am. Ooh, I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox. Not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, here they are. I would not, could not, in a car. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. I would not, could not, in a tree. Not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. A train, a train, a train, a train. Could you, would you, on a train? Not on a train, not in a tree, not in a car. Sam, let me be. I would not, could not in a box. I could not, would not with a fox. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Say, in the dark? Here, in the dark. Would you, could you in the dark? I would not, could not in the dark. Would you, could you in the rain? I would not, could not in the rain. Not in the dark, not on a train. Not in a car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam. You see? Not in a house, not in a box. Not with a mouse, not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. You do not like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. Could you, would you with a goat?
I would not, could not with a goat.
Would you, could you on a boat?
I could not, would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train. Not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am.
You do not like them, so you say. Try them. Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say.
Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them. You will see.
Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam I am. And I would eat them in a boat. And I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain, and in the dark, and on a train, and in a car, and in a tree. Oh, they are so good, you see. So I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox, and I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse, and I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere. Oh, I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam I am.
This has been great. Our story's all done. Click the next video, and we'll have some more fun.